Yo, what's up, guys? Today, I'm going to go through and talk about all the things that could be added to Power League to potentially make it a better game mode. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's just dive into things. Okay, so diving into things, look, guys, I have spent hours and hours and hours playing Power League over the past year or however long Power League's been in the game. I've been grinding it. And needless to say, throughout my journey, throughout my vision quest, if you will, I've learned a lot about the game. And so today I've cooked up a list of all the things that I would add to Power League to potentially make it a better game mode, right? So we're going to go through and talk. I'm just going to come out and say it. Power League is not a perfect game mode. There's actually a lot wrong with it, and there's a lot of ways to improve it. And I'll just start from the top here. We'll start with the draft. The draft, when you load into the game, it's the first thing you come across. And the draft definitely needs a bit of a rework. The first thing I would add to the draft is definitely a suggest a brawler screen, because right now, or not a screen, sorry, like an option, right? Like something you can just pop up and be like, oh, this guy's suggesting you to play this brawler, right? Right now we have this janky system where people just highlight a brawler and they just click it and they're like, yeah, we want you to take this. And you just have to assume that that's what they want you to take. But now, since Power 11 and gears have been added to the game, a common meta now is to show people that you have a brawler with like 2 purple gears on it and you don't want them to take it and that they should take something else, right? So if a guy's going before me and I'm highlighting my spike with my purple speed and my purple shield gear, I want to play that brawler. I don't want him to play it, but he thinks that I want him to play it because I'm highlighting it, and it's just a scuffed system. I don't know why we can't recommend brawlers for our teammates to play within the game. Fundamentally, it just makes sense. On top of that, on piggybacking off the suggest a brawler thing, I think the ability to swap a brawler is important because it's in friendlies right now. You can swap brawlers between you and your teammates. And I think that just having that in the game would literally just make sense. You could offer to swap a brawler. Obviously, there's got to be an option to decline that offer, but sometimes if someone's like, hey, I'll take Daryl first pick, and then, you know, we'll swap. And I think that's fine, because I like playing Daryl right now. He's one of my favorite brawlers to play. Yeah, just things like that I feel like are important. This game's wrapping up right here, so I'll just pick back up when I'm in the next game. Okay, so moving on from the swap a brawler reference, I think that there needs to be this is just a maybe, 2 bans. Brawl Stars is getting to the point where there's 54, 56, 53 characters. I don't know. There's a lot of brawlers in the game, and I think 2 bans between both teams just isn't, or 2 bans, yeah, like 1 ban from each team isn't enough. 2 bans on each side could make things interesting. I don't know the best way to implement it. I'm not here to say, like, I'm not here to do anyone's job. I'm just here to offer my opinion on things that I think could improve the game. And this is a maybe. I actually have it highlighted in my notes as a maybe. 2 bans. I don't know if that would be good or not. I'm just throwing it out there. Next up, what do we got? Okay, this one, you guys might, like, you gotta listen to me. Hear me out, because this will make sense in a second. Adding a text chat in Power League. And I know what you're immediately thinking is that, yeah, this is gonna get really toxic really, really fast. And listen, just hear me out. It'll all make sense in a second. If you have options in the game, like swapping brawlers and suggesting brawlers, I think a text chat isn't too far off. I think the ability to talk to your teammates and be like, yo, take Daryl first and I'll take someone last, and then we can swap, and they'll be like, yeah, okay. I think in a competitive ranked game mode, having more options to communicate with your teammates is just important. Like, I don't understand. I know it could get toxic, right? Because if you get a bad random on your team that you had the last game or something, and you know, now you can talk trash to them and say all types of horrific things about their mother. Obviously, that's not good for the game, but I have a workaround for this, and you guys you're gonna have to be patient and hear me out here. Hiding names, your teammates' names, your enemies' names. Just keep everyone anonymous. And it looks like this game's about to wrap up here in just a second, so I'll elaborate in just a second. Okay, so back to the topic at hand here. We got hiding names. I think if you hide your teammates' names, hide the enemies' names, then the text chat can work because you don't know who your teammates are. It could be some bad random you got from last game or someone who spins on you all the time in Power League, but you don't know that because it's hidden. And I think that would make it so you just can't talk trash to people. Like, it's just from previous experiences with them, if they threw a game before. You guys know, I'm sure, the bad randoms you get on your team. Yeah, I think that if you just hide names, it eliminates that option. And also, with more social options in the game like that, there would need to be a mute button. If you don't want to hear it, you just don't want to be a part of it. You can mute different people or mute the whole chat in general. Yeah, I don't know. Also, moving on from that is obviously a report button. People that are throwing games, you know, I made videos about people throwing games and teaming in Power League and stuff like that. I think a report button is just important to the game. If someone's actively throwing games that get on, like, I have people that join my games when I'm streaming, twitch.tv/McDees with an underscore, by the way. They join my game while I'm streaming and just throw on purpose to ruin my day and ruin my experience. Why can't there be anything done about that? You know? Yeah, I just think it's important. And yeah, also I do think that, well, I don't know. This game's about to end, guys. Let me find another match to show you in just a second. Okay, here we are. I found another game for you guys to watch. So the next thing I want to talk about is that little 5-second window in between rounds. I think you should be able to change your star power, gears, and gadgets, and you can change your brawler build, basically. I think that would be important. Let's just say you maybe blunder and you don't put on the right gadget or the right star power. That shouldn't ruin your entire game. Having that small 5-second window to change it in between matches could be a difference maker in a lot of wins or losses for you. That, and I think having the ability to, like, maybe you don't even blunder. Maybe you're just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna swap this out because it wasn't working this game. Stuff like that, I think it would be important for the game. Just a small quality of life change. What else do I have here? Oh, obviously we need stricter dodge mechanics. The people that dodge often, there needs to be stricter punishments. I couldn't think of the word earlier. I wrote down repercussion, which is kind of the same thing, but stricter punishments on dodgers. Having them face harsher consequences is important. Like, if it happens once, okay, fine. If it happens twice, I say like a 10-minute ban. Like, if you intentionally do it, 10 minutes. Or my job isn't to come up with the punishments. I'm just saying it needs to be a bit stricter to discourage it entirely. Okay, so this is unrelated but kind of important. I was making this list and I was checking it twice and finding out who's naughty and nice, and you guys can unsubscribe now. But anyway, I wrote down stricter dodge repercussions and I couldn't think of the word. But it's punishment. The word is punishment, and I had a brain fart earlier and couldn't figure it out, and I'm really happy. Anyway, moving on. I want to talk about something else that's different from the drafting system. I want to talk about the ranking system. Needs a bit of a makeover, because it 100% needs to be better. I think what it needs is to be more numerically accurate. Showing, like, giving a numerical value to what you're getting when you win and lose, and you know, how much more you need to rank up. Like, you need like 50 more points to rank up and you get like 20 for a win or something like that. I think that would just make more sense than you having to guess how much you need, you know. Anyway, going hand in hand with that, I have bonus elo for win streaks. I think that if you get hot and you know, you're on a roll, I think getting a little bit of bonus ranking for getting on a win streak could be nice. It's just a small thing. Someone in the voice chat earlier, because I went through this list with a lot of pros, by the way. This wasn't all me. I went through it with Bobby and Patchy and a bunch of other professional players, and I was like, yo, what would you guys change? And this was brought up. They said bonus elo for getting star player, maybe. if you're on the winning team, getting star player, getting some bonus points. I think that would be kind of cool. And then along with bonus elo for winning, we have increased elo for multiple losses in a row. Because obviously, if you're giving rewards for multiple wins, you need to take stuff away for multiple losses. They just kind of make sense. I know it's not fun losing more ranking in elo for losing streaks, but I think if you're going to give bonuses for winning, you got to give it for losing too. And, you know, the star player elo is kind of interesting. But anyway, looks like we're out of time here, and you guys got to watch me pop off in these games. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking the time. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and that's going to be it for me. So, have a good day. Thanks for watching. See you. Peace.